In just a couple days, we're going to have dueling hurricanes in the Atlantic Ocean. Let's talk about it. First, we have Umberto. Umberto is a Category 5 storm that will be another fish storm for this hurricane season that's going to loop right around Bermuda. And actually, let me pause to remind you of something that everybody needs to know for hurricane season. This cone of uncertainty shows the track of the eye. The width of the impacts is always much greater than that cone of uncertainty. Back to this guy who's going to be making a sharp right-hand turn. Tropical Depression 9 will be named Imelda at any minute now. It's this close to reaching tropical storm strength. Imelda is also going to be making a very sharp right-hand turn, like the entire Atlantic coast is a big bucket of nope. Why? The explanation is actually rather quite simple. Remember, a hurricane acts like a big ball that you're rolling on the ground. High pressure acts like mountains or high areas, and low pressure acts like valleys. So as we watch these storms here, we can see that we have high pressure build here in the mid-Atlantic, and that's going to slowly push away this first storm. But what it's really doing is there's this trough right here. This area of low pressure acts almost like a valley, and that storm is just going to take off and go up there. The other storm, if we take a look at this model, this is the Euro model, actually looks like it's going to get too close. It's going to get a little shredded apart by Humberto, but it's basically going to follow the same track. Also notice the mid-Atlantic high pressure that builds and builds and builds and pushes these storms away. The GFS model shows a very similar situation, right, where it's going to be following that path right there, this low-lying area. It doesn't show Umberto shredding apart Imelda as much, though. If we take a look at it here, go back and take a look, it shows it actually staying a little bit more of a hurricane than the Euro does. Which do I believe? Well, both. It's going to depend how close together these two storms come. The closer they get together with the strength of Umberto and the lack of strength we're going to see in Imelda, it's going to be a lot more likely that Imelda gets shredded apart by the wind shear by Humberto. But if they manage to keep their distance, this storm might be able to keep just a little bit of strength. Nothing crazy. Umberto is currently a low-end Cat 5, and we are going to see as that starts moving further north, moving into cooler waters, hitting a more favorable wind shear environment, we're going to see that slowly drop. But if we take a look at its path, the model consensus is pretty good. Like, whoop, there you go. There's Bermuda. Same with Imelda, but if we look at the category strength, we can see that there is a chance that it could possibly reach maybe Cat 1 or Cat 2 strength. But once again, this is going to really depend on how close it gets to Umberto. The further away it is, the less of an impact that storm's going to have on it, and the stronger it's going to be able to get. The good news, once again, however, is the forecast models feel pretty good about it. A little bit of difference in how close it may get to the Carolina coast. You know, like it's close.